whatever you need to do here, make a list. These are the things I need to do in this life. Okay, I'm done with it all. Finish. I'm ready to move on. How? With a big smile, with no load on the head, with a happy mind. One gentleman was told by the doctor, you have only 3 months to live. And he immediately went to the bank to find out how much wealth he has. He was a billionaire, so he had plenty of money, and then he came back home and he was so sad. No, he asked his accountant, for how many generations my wealth will go on? So the accountant said, your grandson and great-grandson can comfortably live. Even if they don't earn $1, they can live their life happily. Having heard this man got so sad. Said, what is the matter? I said, you have enough money. You are leaving enough money to your kids. No, what about then the 5th generation? I am now worried about my 5th generation. My grandsons, great-grandsons' children, what they will do? Now I have to be busy, I have to work now. I mean, endless. When you don't know what you really want, what you are doing, you end up in misery, which is beyond all logic. You think you are going to take care of everybody all the time? No. Here, wake up and see the Shiva Tattva. There is a greater principle which is taking care of everybody and everything. It is that big power which brought your children through you to the world. They belong to the higher power. They brought it to you, through you to the world, and it is going to take care of them, even if you are not there. Even you are not there, your children will be taken care. Your grandchildren will be taken care. Their grandchildren will be taken care. Doesn't it give you some peace of mind? Huh? Just imagine your great-grandfather has worried all his life thinking about you. What you would say? Hey, come on, Grandpa, enough, I am taking care of myself, don't worry. Won't you say that? Won't you give confidence to your grandfather if he is worrying, if your grandmother, if she is worrying? Huh? Don't you see their worry is futile? Worrying about you if they get sick, do you like it? That's what they do. See, your grandmother or your mother worrying about you, she gets sick, would you like it? Don't they do this today? What do they do? Mothers and grandmothers, what do they do? What is their worry? Their worry is about their livelihood? No. Huh? All about the children, grandchildren, where they will be after me, who will take care of them, oh, what will happen if I am not there? My God, where were you before? Where were they before they came to you? Can't you know this? Can't you understand this? Why you sit and worry? The more you worry, you are creating negative vibes, and that makes them repel against you. They get repelled and rebel. The rebel mentality of kids are not because their children are being not cared for, but they have been suffocated more than being cared. So as parents, you need to balance. It's a big work, I tell you. Being a parent is not a joke. What is the big thing you have to do? You have to guide them gently, not just leave them, at the same time not to control them. And to do this you need to have wisdom. And wisdom cannot come if you are in worry mindset. And if you are anxious, it's not going to work. Your anxiety, that vibration is going to hit them. So, you have to have the faith and be relaxed. Are you getting this point? Clear, loud and clear. Be relaxed and know that there is a greater power that is taking care. Number one. Number two, guide them gently, intelligently. When they are going the wrong path, sometimes you have to put your foot down and demand from them. If you are demanding from day one, they are not going to listen to your demand. But once in a while, if you demand, they'll listen to you. Because they also don't want to hurt you or make you unhappy. Isn't it? Yeah. Number two. Third, make sure the environment is good. For the environment to be better, you cannot think about only your child. You have to see beyond your kids also. So having said this, this is the thing that just blocks your consciousness, your mind more and more. Now you do what you need to do, your rights and your duties you do. And then you have the faith that only the good will happen. It happens. Third, everyone has come with their own karma, their own baggage, and they will be there as long as that karma is there. And it will work. Karma is at play. Sometimes you can't do anything about it. Sometimes and most of the time. So be strong about it. Then see your life beyond this physical life. You have come here so many times. Million times you have born here, you have had all these relationships, and you have gone. Thank God you don't remember any of those. Just imagine you suddenly remember that you own a big house out there in Ottawa. Now you are living in an apartment. You are, oh my God, all my life saving. I built that huge, beautiful mansion in Ottawa. Now I am in a small apartment and you can't have a peaceful sleep, I tell you. If your own great-grandson is a billionaire and you have to live in an apartment, how would that feel for you? Oh my God, now I am working as a mechanic somewhere. But the money I earned is all with my great-grandson and he is enjoying. Nature has its unique way to express the karma. So when we know this is all karma, then it gives immense strength for you to not to get drowned in anything, but to be a witness for all the actions and all that is happening. Got it? So this is exactly what he said. You fight, but without getting feverish. There is a beautiful story in Srimad Bhagavatam. There was a king who did all sorts of wrong things, bad things. But just before he died, he started calling his son's name loud. And his son's name was Narayan. He said, Narayan, Narayan, he called. And he got liberated. I don't know how true that story is, but there is a moral. Because whatever you did all your life, it's going to be an impression in your mind. But the moral of the story is that it is not difficult to erase those impressions in the mind. You better get rid of all those impressions through positive ones. And the positive one is Narayana. Mantras. These mantras are those which help you to move beyond the chattering mind to a silent place where mind and mantra even cannot touch. They recede. Where the mind and mantra does not go there, it come back. That emptiness of the space of within. And so that is freeing. That self or yourself is freeing from all these impressions. See, you go and sit in a movie theater, watch the movie. When you come out of the movie theater, you feel a little dizzy, right? How many of you feel that? You feel a little dizzy. You feel you have to adjust from that world to this world. Especially if you are so immersed in the movie. When you come out of the movie, it takes just a few seconds for you to adjust to this reality. Suppose you don't adjust to this reality, you remain in that same cloudy mind, what will happen to you? You have to be taken to a mental hospital. You need to be hospitalized. Correct? Because you were in the movie and you remain in that movie mood the whole time, the life cannot move on. And this is what is happening to most of the people. After this movie is over, we are not able to shake off from that and come to the real world. And so what we see is all unreal world, is a movie world. As I'm speaking, can you see this is all that happened till this moment is nothing more than a movie? Yeah? Right now, remember, you went to school and you went to college and you had good days, bad days, you fought with your friends, you watched soccer games. Is it not like a movie now? Even the World Culture Festival we had, over 1 million people, is it not like a movie now? It's all gone. Similarly, pleasant days have come and gone, unpleasant days have come and gone. Everything is anyway in the fast track. Everything is moving. Can you just snap out of it and say, I am just a witness to it all? This reminder takes you out of your sorrow, your misery. Because our sorrow, misery is out of our expectations. You want, oh, I want my husband to behave with me like this. I want my wife to behave like this with me. And I want my father to behave this way. I want my friend to behave this way. My God, they all behave the way they had to behave. So what? Kick them all from your mind. Feel free. Say, I am free. I will not let anyone hurt my spirit. What? In fact, your spirit cannot be hurt. Got it? Your spirit cannot be hurt. Can you cut a flame? Take a scissor and try to cut a flame? Impossible. Can you dampen a flame? No. Like that, you are a flame. And nobody can cut you. If someone is behaving angry, then it is, you just watch it like, okay, so what? Yeah? And you have seen that. And if you say, you can't watch it anymore, I can't. Okay, keep a distance. Sometimes you say, no, I cannot keep a distance. It's not possible because I have responsibility. Killeds are there, this and that, and then blah, 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 all that thing. Okay, then you remind yourself, my spirit is strong. I am not going to be bogged down by any of these tactics of mind. I am not going to be vulnerable. Just you decide, put your hand like, come, hurt me as much as you want to. Have you ever said that to anybody whom hurts you? Just stand, okay. Come on, hurt me. You want to hurt me? Hurt me. You will be failing. You are a failure, I tell you. You cannot. This much strength you have. The moment you take this step that no one can hurt me, I tell you, nobody can make you miserable. You won't be miserable. They say, oh, I am weak, oh, you tell me, oh, you hurt me, you did this thing to me, oh, you did that. Why would anybody do anything to you if you have not done those things to them at some place? Okay, you have not done. If they do it now, they are going to get it back. In either case, you simply have to be centered, that's all. Either they are giving back to you what was due to you, or they are building their own new karma, which they are going to, you have to be compassionate. Oh my God, I'm so sorry for you. You are going to build a karma and you are going to experience that. Or thank you for, let's clear our debt. Thank you for clearing our debt. Or, I'm so sorry for you. I'm so compassionate for you. Only these two positions you should take, that's better. That will keep your subtle body robust and strong. But one more step is you look back, you look deep into the other person. That person does not want to hurt you at all. They love you a lot. It is the love that brings in anger. If your dad is angry at you, it's because your dad loves you a lot. Are you getting what I'm saying? If your dad is yelling and shouting at you, because you are part of him and it is paining him, dad or mom or anybody. So another suggestion you see is, you see love behind those rage or anger or any of that, or you see the hurt there. They are hurt, that's why they are sharing that with you. See, you can only give others what you have, right? Are you all here? What can you give others? That what you have. You have only hurt, and that's what you will give it to others. And if you ask them, why you give me this? They say, I can only give what I have. You go to a you go to a tailor and he only can give you clothes, right? You go to a shoe mart, they will only give you shoes. You'll go to a grocery shop, they can only sell groceries there. Like that, people can only give what they have. So recognize this is what they have. It's long back, I think it was in 1979 or 78 maybe. Long time back, I was in a place where we were teaching meditation. I was teaching meditation those days also. There was a senior person to me, he's much elderly. He was 50, 60-year-old or something like that. I was very young, I was in my 20s. So I was teaching meditation, people would come to me more and more. And he was also a meditation teacher, and so, but somehow people were not going there. She got one day so mad at me, and then, you are doing this. I didn't do anything. People are coming to me. What do I do? And his neck was all tight. I could see the nerves, and I look at him. He was just throwing all sorts of anger at me. This and that. And I thought he was choking, and I brought a glass of water and just kept. I kept the glass of water, and I moved a few feet away because you never know, he may throw the water or something may happen. I quietly kept the water, and he came like that, and his teeth was all grinding and shattering, and his whole the words stopped coming because he was and the water, I was fascinated. But looking at it, oh my God, he got so angry. So the water I kept and slowly moved away. Remembered, it's interesting. So watch everyone's moods and behaviors from a step behind. You find yourself in completely a different world. You move on to another dimension. It's like watching a serial lamps. One is red light, another is blue light, another is happy light, and is unhappy light, and this is a worrying light. That is what is called Jyotish. You know what Jyotish means? Understanding. Jyoti means light. Jyotish is study of light. Understanding the light. Understanding what type of light this one is. What type of light that one is. What type of light that is. So, understanding the light means understanding the karma, understanding the modes, understanding its expressions. Seeing this whole life as an expression. So, the infinity, the Shiva or Brahman, has many powers. And all this is power. And what type of power you hold on to, that goes with you. See, it's the same electricity that is sound and that is light. See, when you record sound, and that is what gets stored. If you record picture, photo gets stored. Right? But picture and sound are only one energy. Right? The light here and the sound all comes from the same electricity. But if you don't know this, how unfortunate you are. That you don't know that the light and the sound and the warmth, heat, all comes from the same energy. There is energy in the room that gives the warmth, that gives the light, and that gives the sound. Yes? In the same way, our mind captures the events in sound and light and impressions. And moving away from the sound, the light, to the battery is what the spirituality is. Not even moving away, recognizing the electricity. Recognizing its electricity. So the mantras that is what it is. It is tapping on the electricity, on the energy. So you don't need to understand that, but just listening to it gives energy. That's mantra. Do you know 70% of English language is in Sanskrit? Yeah? Do you know? How many of you don't know this? In fact, English is closer to Sanskrit than Hindi. Yeah. In Hindi, his son is called Beta. In Sanskrit, it is Suta. Which is closer? Suta, son. Daughter, Duhita. For daughter in Hindi it is Beti. Beti is close or daughter is close to Sanskrit? Daughter. Duhita, daughter. So if you go like that, all the parts of the body are in Sanskrit. Nasika, nose. Hridaya, heart. Hasta, hand. Danta, dental. Many, many words. I would say 70%. Gama, go. Go in English, Gama in Sanskrit. In Hindi, Jao. Jao is closer or go is closer to Sanskrit? Huh? Gama means go. Go. In Hindi, what do you say? Jao. So Jao is closer or go is closer? Go. Good, no? Huh? Calendar, yeah. Calendar also, I think you all know about it. Calendar, the names of the month are all in Sanskrit. That's what we say in English. December, Dasha Ambar, 10th sky. Nava Ambar, 9th sky. October, Ashtambar, October, 8th sky. September, 7th sky. 7 is Sapta. Shashta, 6. 5, Pancha. Pancha, 5. So, you can go on and on. You can find the mantras. And then our consciousness reverberates with it. Today, the NASA scientists, I heard, they found that if an alien, we need to communicate with them, the closest script and language is Sanskrit. Have you heard about that? There was an article that some of the scientists in NASA, they were saying if the language to communicate, whatever perfect language for computer is